Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to demonstrate for you guys some lower body exercises that you can do at home. We know there's a situation around the world, a lot of you are without a gym, a lot of you are at home and you don't have access to a phenomenal home gym like I do. You may not even have a barbell. Now that's a kind of another topic. There's stuff we could do with just a barbell if you can acquire one. It's a lot you can do with that. In fact, that would be your ideal scenario, would be to go grab a barbell and some Olympic plates if you could get one, even if you don't have a rack. But let's talk about leg training. I think most people understand how to maintain their upper body, right? People can just grab a dip station and a chin-up bar really cheap and have that, and they can maintain their upper body size with just that stuff. Legs becomes a more complicated topic, and people who know me know that I definitely know leg training, and I didn't build my quads just with my 550 squat. There's a lot that goes into that, so let's discuss some things that we can do. I'm going to say there's 3 basic exercises that will help you maintain your lower body very, very effectively that we can do without weights, and if you have some dumbbells, even better. Number 1 is going to be a step up. And you can find something to do a step up on. I've got this 18-inch tall Rogue bench here, but you know what? You could find a stool. You could find something that will support your weight, or even something like an ice chest. There are ice chests that you could easily stack 200 plus pounds on. You can get a cheap ice chest at Walmart, make sure that it can handle your weight, and you could use that for step ups for a while. I mean, I've got plyo boxes. I've got my big box over there. I've got my 12-inch boxes. There are things you can use that are made for these things. Sorry, my Instapot's baking some potatoes for me this morning. But there's things that you could use, but even an ice chest, you could find something that can support your body weight. But this is going to be, if you do not have access to weights, any weights right now, step up, I think, is going to be the main go-to. And there have been periods of time when I've used the barbell step up as one of my main methods for building quads in the past, and you guys have watched me do it if you're a follower of my channel, because I vlog all of my training. I'm the only person who vlogs literally every workout that I do year round. Anyone wants to see where I was at or how I built a 600 deadlift or whatever lift that you see, my training is all public. You can watch every workout I've done. So for the step up, the higher the better. The higher the better, because we get more quad and more glute the higher we go, and a step up is simple. Just alternate legs up. Notice we try to keep the knee back pretty far. Alternate legs. And take your time. Don't get fast with these. People want to rush this to get through a set. That's how you get hurt. Again, controlled step up, controlled back down. If you happen have some light dumbbells, you can add resistance, and this adds up really fast. I mean, a pair of 25-pound dumbbells, it's another 50 pounds on each leg. Think of that in terms of adding another 50 pounds to a work set to your squats. It's a lot. I don't care how strong you are, right? So again, we can do the same thing. But again, it's an exercise you've got to be careful with, and why we would do this first, we don't want to be fatigued. And we want to use this to fatigue the quads so that as we do other things, the other exercises become more difficult. Okay, they become more difficult. Now, people say, Jason, I thought you were against pre-exhaustion. You think it's an inferior method to just lifting correctly. It is. But you know what? You don't have access right now to 500 pounds of plates and a barbell. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So again, remember with the step up, put our foot up. Gonna put my back into this safe position, breathe, step up, back down. Straightforward. And what I would say to a lot of you out there, irrespective of your body weight, if you do 3 sets of 20 on this, you do like 3 sets of 20 on this with a couple minutes apart, you're gonna get a hell of a metabolic conditioning workout, but also you are gonna get a lot of quad activation. And for a lot of you, even if you're a 400-pound squatter, if this is all you have access to for 3 weeks, you're going to be able to maintain your quad size. Okay, this will also build glutes. It'll build glutes. All right, what else do we have? We can do box squats. And in fact, I recommend that all my people do step ups and then box squats. Now, what if you're stuck with a box this high? It's better than not box squatting at all. And yes, I consider the box squat to be an essential exercise. I have full tutorials on it. It is the primary squat that all of my lifters and clients do. It's what I do to build my squat. People come back over, how did I build a 550 back squat? The box squat. But again, watch my full tutorial on it, but even on a box squat, even if all we have is this 18-inch bench, which is 7 inches taller than I box squat on, I usually use an 11-inch box, which I build out of Evo foam pads. Maybe you should get some of those. A box squat. Like this. Controlled, soft touch on the box, drive up. Okay, let's come over to the point. What if you have no weights? If you just did 3 sets of 20 on the step-ups, and then you do some sets of 10, 12, 15, 20, whatever you can do on the bodyweight box squat, again, we're gonna build the hips, we're gonna build the quads, we're gonna build the glutes. You're still gonna be able to build a lot of these muscles or maintain what you have if you do not have access to a barbell. But the main thing here is that we've already pre-fatigued the quads and the glutes to a large extent by doing the step-ups. So even a bodyweight box squat, we're now going to be able to use the hips and everything effectively. And if you have weights, I'll show how easy this is. Let's say you have some dumbbells. All right. And getting my clients, when I make them do these with dumbbells, they don't ever seem to grasp this. I have to explain it to them 37 times. Don't be that person. Clean these up, set them on your shoulders, okay? Notice I'm not like this. I've got it up in the air. Elbows are up, the flat part's on the shoulder. Drive up. But please, please, please watch my box squat tutorial. Okay, I have a 15-minute video explaining in detail how to box squat, how to set it up. If you just go to my channel search engine and type in how to box squat, it'll cover all of that. All right, we need more posterior chain though. So what do we do for our hamstrings, our glutes? Again, more the posterior chain if we do not have any weights. And again, I think this is pretty straightforward. Very, very easy. One-legged glute bridges. Again, I've got a how-to on how to perform the glute bridge, but we don't need that because we don't have a barbell. Now, if you have a barbell, phenomenal. If you got a barbell, we can do sumo deadlifts. We can do glute bridges. We can do all that stuff on the floor. We don't need racks. So when you think of a normal glute bridge, what is it that we do? We lay down on the floor. And I think you're going to find these to be more challenging than you think with one leg. Normally with a glute bridge, you know, we would just do this, right? Roll the pelvis into posterior pelvic tilt. Like this. Well, what happens if we lift one leg up? These become difficult, and what you're going to find is that you might think that you're decently strong, but you might find doing sets of 10 with these with one leg up might be hard. Like this, okay? You know, you can get to a set to failure, switch legs, because now, not only are we doing each side individually, you have the weight of your other leg out there, making it more difficult. So, if you needed a quick lower body workout that you could do in about 20 minutes, 3 sets of each of these in that order, because this is what's going to make it work, is the fact that normally these are other exercises that we would do a ton of weight on. People say, what do you mean? Well, the box squat, I can box squat 520 pounds, okay, on a low box. Right, I can box squat 520 off of a 12-inch box. It's below parallel. Glute bridges, I can do sets of 10 with 510 pounds. I can do work sets with over 500 pounds on that exercise. We do a lot of weight on these, but if we go to these variations, these are harder variations, but we have fatigued ourselves with the step-ups. And keep in mind, the step-up will build your quad. And if you have access to even light dumbbells, a lot of this time, for a lot of you, if you're not a 450, 500 pound squatter, like if you only squat 315, okay, as a man. You do a bunch of sets of step-ups with light dumbbells to failure for the next few weeks, your quads might actually grow. They might actually be bigger if you're only a low 300 squatter as a result of doing that when you get back to the gym. Okay, they might be bigger. Do 3 sets of 20 on the step-up, alternating legs back and forth. Do 3 sets of the box squats with either your body weight to failure or with some light dumbbells to failure. 3 sets to failure. Then do 3 sets of the one-legged glute bridges to failure. All right, those 9 work sets, for most of you out there, if you're a pretty strong person, you will be able to sustain your lower body mass usually for a few weeks doing that. You'll be okay. You shouldn't lose anything. If you're a more novice lifter, you might actually make gains off of it. So that's what I'm going to recommend, those 3 movements. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.